station, everybody, because we've got the great Herminio. Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it to her. Leave it to her.
What's going on, Tom?
Station.
We kind of heard you in the background going. I'm like, does he know he's not on mute? I try to mute you, would not allow me to mute you, so I don't know what happened, but we heard everything. We were like, yo, I'm gonna leave half the show for her, you know what I'm saying? So we heard all that shit in the back, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, Station, what's up? It's been a while, man. How you doing, Mr. Tom?
Good. I just had the big 5-0, just turned 50.
Congratulations, Big 5-0. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Primetime Tom. Happy birthday to you. Yay. How was your birthday, man?
It was awesome. Got to hang out with some new and old friends, and our buddy, the Sasquatch. He does exist. Moon Knight Rob.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool, man.
And I got to have had coffee with a Sleepy Reader earlier in the day, so that was pretty cool.
Very nice, man. 5-0 is a big milestone. I'm glad you reached it. Now it's time to work our way into 6-0. You know what I'm saying? So these days, man, we can never. We have to appreciate every year, man. Every time you reach a milestone, every birthday is like valuable now. You know what I mean? You know, when you're a kid, it's valuable because you want that birthday party. We want the attention. You want the gifts. And then you get a little older. You know, you don't really appreciate your birthday as much. I mean, you're happy. People are happy. They wish you a happy birthday. But then it's like, I gotta go to work. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know, when you get a little older, you're like, you know, unfortunately, you see some people are not with us anymore. Like we lost some people and they didn't get to make it to 50. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm happy you made it to 50, and I can't wait for 60. You know what I mean? And when we're doing this show, and we have you know, when you're covering jackpot number 50 or number 100 by that time, you know what I
mean? No, that's toilet paper.
That's toilet paper. Yeah. We run out of toilet paper. Oh man, but happy birthday, man. Like I knew it was coming up. I just forgot exactly what day it was. I was just like, I know he has a birthday coming up, but which one is it? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm glad you had it, man. I wish I was over there to get you a birthday cake and stuff like that. But you know, maybe one year it'll happen.
Well, I was hoping you'd get me a birthday cake in the shape of, Rogue, a Rogue cake,
Oh no, I was gonna get you. I was gonna get you a birthday cake with the cover of Jackpot in front of it. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
No. Oh man,
come on.
I thought you were like that. You know what I mean? Oh man, let's say hi to a few people. You know, we always off the rails here. Station. Angel and Sheena show right there. M&M. You know what I mean? They have a awesome giveaway, and congratulations on 300. They just reached 300 followers, you know what I mean, on the YouTubes. So congratulations to them.
Congratulations.
That is awesome. Every time you reach a particular milestone, it's always awesome. I'm always happy for them. They put on an awesome show, and I'm always glad they're there. with us. You know what I mean? And I also just had a show. Our guy Nick Comic Culture Station just had a show.
Station.
They were showing the comics for the next month, May. They were showing the free comic books, and yeah, everybody knows Big Herm loves the free comic books. You know what I'm saying? But
Who doesn't?
who doesn't, right? Everybody loves free stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all love it. You know what I mean? But that's like another holiday for us comic book fans. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just, I can't wait. I'm off that day. You know, my vacation. That's the tail end of my vacation. But I make sure that week I could get that week off so I can be well rested for that day.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrate that day. You know what I mean? And I can't wait, man. Like, there's they showed a lot of good free stuff that we're gonna get that day, and I can't wait. But of course, Free Comic Book Day is also about, giving back, giving some shine to the LCSs and stuff like that. You know, you can read stuff and see what books you like and stuff. So I
Yeah.
think it's pretty cool. The kids are great with it. You know what I mean? I know, well, my nephews, they always ask me to get them something, or I try to get them to go to a shop too and stuff like that. So Free Comic Book Day, it's a holiday for us. You know what I mean? You guys know how I do. And I'm gonna keep on keeping on because my man Taqi's in the house.
Okay,
Taqi!
station.
He was a little bit on hiatus. We've always missed you, brother. You always miss you. Every time you pop up on a show, I get excited. Oh, he's back. You know what I mean? Like, because we all count the days. Like, he said he was gonna be back on this day, and then every day is really slow. Just we need some Taqi in our lives. You know what I'm saying? We do. Kenneth Station, thanks for joining us.
Station.
And then a certain stash man,
Oh,
Eric the Stash, nine
oh.
panel grid. You know, what I mean,
It's the-
Taqi was just talking about how he sounds like he's been doing it for like 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? I was just, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Making me look bad, man. Come on. I guess I just have to retire. You know what I mean? Because he's got it down pat. You know?
Station Eric the Stash.
Station. Great. Anybody wants to see great content, just see his Taqi. Taqi got some new content coming up. I haven't seen the new one yet, but he always went with his pulls and stuff like that, and all everything that he puts out. I'm all for it. And of course, Nick Comic Culture is always everybody from the Bad Batch, every single body in there. If you like what you see, just check them out. And down in the box, the link below, or everybody, even friends of the Bad Batch, PCP Army Bad Batch and stuff like that. But I always sleep on Free Comic Book Day, and then I have a hard time finding the books I want. Yeah. Some people be specking on them new books and stuff. It's like, yo, these are books that's for reading, man. Let the people get their books. Like, got people grabbing like 5, 10 copies of certain things. I'm like, that's why I like some of my shops only allow people to grab one, and they got their numbers or whatever, and you can get that's there for everybody to read. You know what I mean? Just stop becking and just enjoy the goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Did I miss it? Have we started the? He's already starting trouble. This guy. After I praised him.
I was gonna say I was just thinking about you guys having a SmackDown, but
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go to California and go and have a match. You know what I mean? With my man Eric the Stash. You know what I mean? And have you be the ref. You know, because you can just drive over.
Paul.
No. we should not say that name anymore on the show.
I know. and the comics too. MJ's Paul.
Taqi says, now, Herm, you got the flavor, bro. Never retire. All right. Just because Taqi told me not to, I won't retire. Don't threaten me with a good time. Man, I would love maybe one day. I always want to visit Cali, so maybe one day I'm gonna end up in Cali. It's gonna happen, just not this year. You know what I mean? But everybody, thank you for watching. Whenever you watch, here live with us right now, or out there on the rewind. I said out there, it could be anywhere in the States or anywhere around the world. Thank you for watching. And of course, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding, ding, ding that bell for notification for future videos so you can see awesome people like my man Primetime Tom here. You know what I'm saying? Steve White's in the house. Station. What's up, bro? And so you can watch me and my man Tom just be really silly. You know what I'm saying? We cover some Spider-Man comics. Zeb Wells, the run people not loving right now. You know what I'm saying? Man, we cover other things. Like, of course, my man here is gonna cover this one, the Amazing Spider-Man number 47, with our favorite character Chasm, and I keep and our favorite Sleepy Hollow character. I keep forgetting her name.
Howell's Eve.
Howell's Eve. Sleepy Hollow, like that's a good movie, And then of course, because why not? I'll be covering Spectacular Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? You got the great Peter Parker and Miles Morales together. I'm pretty excited about this issue. It's got like up and down ratings and stuff. Some people like it, some people like it's all right. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? So I just loved them together and stuff like that. And I thought it was pretty good start for a first issue. So I can't wait to cover that a little later. You know what I mean? And of course,
and then after that, Herm's gonna be happy to bring you the review of this. Take it all in, guys. Take it all in.
Jack Pam. Well, you have the cover.
Whoops. I mean, you can take that. You can take that in. Family show.
Yo. Shh. But that's the thing. You have the issue. I don't. I haven't bought it yet. So I guess you get to cover it now. You should show. I mean, a special edition. Have you? I mean, on the real, have you read it?
I don't know. I've been tempted to.
You haven't read it. I plan on picking it up. I guess when Midtown throws it on sale for like 60% off or something, maybe I'll just be crazy and pick it up, and then have you cover it here on our show. You know what I'm saying? Number 2 comes out this Wednesday, so
number 2. Yeah, that's for sure. That's where it's gonna go, just like number 2.
In the back of the reading pile, all the way in the back. Behind the thousands of comics, you're gonna put that right. Oh man, but that's awesome. Of course, we're not gonna leave here without. You got my favorite part. That's showtime a little later. You know what I mean? I'm sure Primetime Tom has show and tell where he's gonna show all his different jackpot issues. All the different variants. See that a little later. Oh man! But of course, I'm just gonna show my poll, old school. When I used to do it on Wednesdays. What the Herm get this week on the comic shop? You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for brand new number 1s of indies, you're probably not gonna be disappointed. Sorry, Eric. Sorry, disappointed in me, but I'll show you what I've been reading too. Like in that pile, there's a couple of books there I started reading and stuff like that. And yes, that beautiful sight. Yes, definitely gonna do that a little later. But yeah. So show and tell, all that. We're back. You know what I mean? And of course, right before we start, maybe next week, we'll let you guys know. But that's today. The ASM. That's show and tell later. I don't know why I'm messing up here. That's what happens when I don't bring my computer with me, but on the road because I'm at my mom's. But Ultimate Spider-Man number 4, which me and Tom's gonna fight for who's gonna cover that, and then Amazing Spider-Man number 48. So that might be next week. Tune in. I will let you know a little ahead of time. This show was a last minute thing because we didn't know where we were going to do the show, but we decided to do it today because the issues are starting to pile up. We got a second ASM coming out, so we don't want to get behind again. Because in the future we do plan on doing Kraven Last Hunt. It's going to happen. It probably happened towards the fall. I'm gonna be honest with you because the summer's coming. That's my busiest time. So we're gonna do that towards the fall. Tune in towards the fall. Kraven the Last Hunt. Was it good? Is it still? Does it stand out? Is it gonna be better than the movie that Tom said he's gonna stand in line to watch? You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Oh man, we probably lost everybody. Like these guys are clowning around. I'm out. It's a lot of fun when we get on here. We and Tom actually did not talk. We talk before the show starts. We didn't talk, so this is actually our talk.
Yeah.
Wow. We start the show very professional, right, guys?
And
16 minutes in, we still haven't covered an issue. What happened?
We're right past the legendary 15-minute mark.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like, it's 16 minutes now. You know what I'm saying? We haven't still we still in the intro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So I'm pretty excited. How did I ask you how was your week? Or did we cover that already? Or besides your birthday?
Yeah, that was the best day of this week. Was my birthday, for sure.
Yeah, man. I had a decent week. I can't even complain. Usually we're like, we had a horrible week. This week, man, I can't complain. It wasn't a bad week. I was done pretty early on some of the days. I caught up with some reading, and stuff like that. You know, whenever you catch up on reading, it's always good. Had some rest. Last night I enjoyed a wonderful Knicks game. They played the Philadelphia 76ers, and they won. They won convincingly. You know what I'm saying? Not convincingly. They didn't blow them out or nothing, but you had the role players step up. You know, this is the deepest team in the league, and they're showing it. They're missing their number 2 star, and they played the Embiid. They want the excuses. Oh, he's hurt and stuff like that. He played really well last night. But my man Donovan Mitchell, he plays for another team. My man Mitchell Robinson held him down enough to play some defense and stuff like that. The Knicks got a good victory, so I'm pretty excited about that victory. And then today, of course, my Rangers play at 3:00. So the New York Rangers start their Stanley Cup run, hopefully. And great sports happening here in New York. It's been a while since both teams been really good, and there's actually championship aspirations between them both. More the Rangers than the Knicks. So the Rangers been there a little earlier, but the Knicks are getting there, man. They got their team. You know what I'm saying?
And coming soon to a cage match in California, it's 9-panel grid versus Big Herm.
Watch it in the near future. You guys are the new Regis and Kelly. Kelly Lee. Yeah, man. I'm Regis. He's Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you can be Kelly.
I already beat you to it. I said you're Kelly. So.
Oh, come on. Okay, you're
Come
Jackpot.
On, I could be Kelly.
I'm
like
Black Cat. No.
Oh man, we're off the rails already, man. Off the rails already, like always. But of course, we gotta actually stop the fun and cover issues. We gotta do what we came here to do, I guess, and cover the ASM, Amazing Spider-Man number 47. My man Tom's got the variant over there. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Woo. We boom.
All right.
So yeah, man. Let me just open this up so I can follow along. You know what I mean? I want to know what you're talking about.
So
I'm cheering for the Knicks since the Bucks lost Holiday to the heated Celtics. I can't stand that they got Holiday. Can't stand it, and I feel bad that Giannis went down too. You know what I mean? That would have been a good series if the Knicks win against Milwaukee. We would have been the underdogs, but that would have been a good series.
We got old Step Boy.
Back to comics.
Cover
Tom's like, stop talking about sports.
JR, that one dude, Marcio.
That one dude. Actually, those are the cover artists. Todd Newak is the guest artist.
Alessandro Pastravicino, I guess, for the What If that I have.
And of course, there's a cover for Peach Momoko.
All right.
So
we open up to a dark, dingy, rainy, abandoned building in Red Hook. We've got this Jason wannabe.
He looks like the Maniac of New York.
Blood and bones. And this Jason wannabe is like holding this guy prisoner. You are only blood and bones. He's like, please, you have the wrong guy. I don't even know who you are. And Jason's like, oh, but you know the meat mayor, or you're, and the mayor knows Madeline Pryor, and Madeline Pryor has Ben Riley. So if you want to keep your lungs, you'll bring the mayor to me. Well, the mayor Cage is a good man and my friend. I won't do it. Then we play a game. Eeny, meeny, mutilate, mo. And then he's all ready to strike. Take a finger, take a toe. And he's like, wait, stop. Then you hear all of a sudden, babe. Jason's like, huh? And then the next thing you know, it's our friend Chasm. She's like, Hallows Eve is like, Ben, I wasn't gonna hurt him. I don't think. I just wanted to, get them to let you out. He's like, it's a long story, but I'm here, and I found someone who's going to fix things once and for all. And there's our two favorite characters in a warm embrace. She's like, oh, Ben, you're free. How? And then you hear this voice. And all you have to do is keep an open mind. And Hallows Eve is like, oh, dear God, you? And we'll find out later who that is. Is it Jackpot? No.
Please, there's enough scary stuff in this issue. Come on.
And then on the Lower East Side, you've got Peter talking to MJ. He's like, so let me get this straight, MJ. You're not coming to this thing? She's all, sitting there on the couch with about to have some popcorn. She goes, I don't know what this thing is that you're talking about. Aunt Anna set this up. And he's like, well, yeah, she said somebody from Ravencroft wanted to go over a few details regarding her release. And she's like, well, that's weird. Why wouldn't I need to be there too unless... No, I don't think so. Oh, no. Peter's like, oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I don't know about you, but the art... I mean, Mary Jane kind of looks like she's like, what, 15 maybe? So you got this...
she aged backwards.
So you got...
they do look kind of...
And Anna's nurse, I think it's Shay, pops out of nowhere. She's like, oh, hi, Peter. He's like, hi, Shay. And then you hear MJ like, oh, that does it. She's like, what is she wearing? And Peter's all like, bye, MJ. I'll call you back. And then she's like, do you think it's a... He's like, goodbye. And then Nurse Shay is like, rolls up on a date talking to an ex. Great way to go, buddy. He's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, of course, it's a date. So they're sitting there on their date. And he's like, I'm sorry, Anna just told me about this. This was about her release from Ravencroft, not some date set up. She's like, boy, you didn't get that? He's like, I'm sorry, I've never been good at this, dating stuff. And Nurse Shay is like, it's fine. Dating's supposed to be hard. It can be actually kind of, off-putting for someone to be too good at it. Peter's all like winking at her, like giving her, It's like, well, then it's your lucky day, Shay. She's all like, well, what are you having? So they continue their date or whatever. She's all telling this story about one of the villains in Ravencroft, Plant Man, talking about he summoned an army of little plants, and he sent the plants to the wrong cell, and so the fat hippo dude was like rolling around on his back, and he like ate all of them. She's like, yeah, kind of like a Roman emperor. And Peter's all like, oh my God, like concerned like Optimus Prime. He's like, they weren't sentient beings, were they? She's like, oh my God. She's like, I hope not. And she's like, you have to excuse me. You know who I work with, murderers and, villains. And Peter's like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just like, I'm Spider-Man. I mean, I completely understand. And then the waiter comes along, kind of looks like, and says, dessert? And they're both like, well, yeah, absolutely. And then you hear Peter's message thing go off on his phone. Bring, bring. And he gets this message from Betty Brant. She's like, Peter, in trouble. 39th Avenue. I found it. Need Spider-Man. There's men with guns. He's like biting his teeth, like, oh, I gotta go, Shay. He's like, my friend's in trouble. She's like, okay. And he's like running out, making a dash for it. He's like, I'm sorry. I really like you a lot. This happens a lot. She's like, okay, well, another date down bust. And then it sees him, doing this is a call for Spider-Man. Betty needs Spider-Man. Here he comes.
That's a nice
action shot, yeah.
Spread.
And then you've got the bad guys marching in on Betty. They kick the door down. And the head guy's like, room's clear. Crash. They're like, come on out. And then the other guy that kind of looks like Punisher's like, the window's jammed. Ain't nobody went through this. And the ringleader's like, oh, call for more men. She won't get far. That's why we're just gonna kill her, you idiot. It's like, boss. There's Betty, like, trying not to make noise. And there's the Frank Castle lookalike. And then the leader's like, come here. She's like, oh, God. Did you call the cops? Answer me. She's like, no, I promise. Punisher's like, you're Betty Brant, right? The Betty Mr. Kingsley told to stop digging in his business. The Betty we're supposed to get real mean with if she doesn't listen. Or do I got the wrong Betty? Yeah. And then, baby, crashing through the window. Boom. Love that art.
Mm-hmm.
He like webs the guy in the eye. He's like, take that, Punisher.
Oh, web in the eye trick.
And then and this other guy's like, oh God, he's back. She's like, back. And this is like probably one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. Spidey does like a web trick and like puts his foot down on the web and like clotheslines the guy.
Yep.
Very cool. He's like, don't make me. And then bang. Gets a nice jab in.
Pat.
Knocks him cold. And Betty's like, what the hell? She's like, no smart ass comments? She's like, what's going on with you? Are you feeling okay? You sure you're not Chasm? No, I'm just kidding. She's like, I'm just used to your little quips and stuff. He's like, well, if somebody's pointing a gun at one of my friends, they're, you're going to skip all the, all the normal introductions. And he's like, well, so what's going on? She's like, well, I found the Winkler device. He's like, the Winkler device? She's like, yeah, that can help get my husband out of prison, You said Roderick Kingsley used it to brainwash Ned, turned him into the Hobgoblin. Police never found it. I need to prove he's innocent. And he's like, oh no. He says, you think one of those guys would know where it is? Man, I should have went easier on him. She's like, but that's just it, Peter. She's like, I found it. He's like, huh? And then for some reason, we get to the after these messages, we'll be right back. So we cut back to that weird, like, Mega Brain thing at Oscorp, and then it has this, like, flunky coming in, like, taking the phone from the security guard that was, like, messing with his phone. He's like, I thought he told you not to be messing with your phone. He's like, your device is compromised with the malignant code. And the guy's like, well, I get it back? And he's like, and the guy's like, I don't think so. You should have had two-factor authentication. He's like, but I did. And his partner's like, dang, Doug. Connor's told us not to use anything like that around the living brain. Are you going to tell him? And he's like, are you kidding me? He'd kill me. Besides, whatever virus I picked up was spamming restaurant promotions. And it sounds like, does that sound like something the living brain would do? Find out in Free Comic Book Day, possibly.
Free Comic Book Day. Bum, bum, bum.
And then, the Winkler device. He's like, Peter's like, you weren't wrong. That's the Winkler device, all right. He's like, you go call the police. And she's like, I'm not going to risk losing that again. If I want to get Ned out, that's what's going to set him free. And Peter's like, don't worry. I'll make sure it stays. And she's like, "Oh, Spider-Man, there's a dog." You see this wolf-looking like wolf creature coming through. You know, it's like, and Peter's like, "What in the world is that? A dog?" "Careful, buddy. That's my girl you're talking about." And you see Chasm. Peter's like, "Ben?" He's like, "But how?" And Ben's all like, "Well, not Ben, Chasm, thanks to you. And you know, well, Hallow's Eve." She's like, "Who's your friend, Spider-Man?" And then Chasm's like, this is what cracks me up. And Ben's like, "Oh, that's just the love of his life, Betty Jane." She's like, Betty, and Betty's like, "That's not my." Peter's like, "Brant. Her name is Betty Brant." And Chasm's all like, you know, being a smartass again. No. Pretty sure it's Betty Jane. Peter's all like, "Ben, you're confused. You need help." And Hallow's Eve is like, "Help is exactly why we're here, on the advice of our therapist." And then, Queen Goblin. "Well, this is Spider-Man. You've been up to no good, haven't you?" And Betty's like, "Hey, is this as bad as it looks?" And Peter's like, "Well, if history is a guide, it's even worse."
Bum bum bum.
Yeah, the art on the Queen Goblin is wow.
Really good. Really
Really
good. I
good.
like her design. So they draw it really good. Excuse me.
Continue.
To be continued next time, which maybe next week, because it comes out this Wednesday. You know? Oh man, yeah, man, not bad. So like I like Zeb Wells, man. We probably not People probably not loving the run, and this arc. We wasn't looking forward to this arc, but of course
We have?
we cover these issues, so. And as Spider-Man fans, we have no choice, you know what I mean? 'Cause we're gonna keep reading the book. That's just like we're the suckers. But I thought it was pretty cool to see the Maniac of New York, a special. I don't know if they have the copyright for that, you know what I mean? You got the Chasm and Hallows Eve return, I guess.
And,
The
you gotta deal with it sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's a
Shameless
nice
plug.
figure, man.
Shameless plug. No.
Yeah, man, but that's that and then you have his date with the shade lady, and typical Peter Parker, right in the middle of the day he has to run. He gets that, well, Betty's calling him, he has to help her. She's gonna die,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's not something like, oh, you gotta go get a cat or something, you know what I mean, off a tree, you know what I mean? He's gotta go. So I feel bad for him, man. Stuff like that always happens to him, and
Yeah.
she doesn't know about him. You know what I mean? Mary Jane did, and a couple of other dates that he had. Eventually found out, but just not cool at the first date. Like I don't even know if he's gonna recover with that date. You know what I mean? But of course, I don't want to talk about the small appearance of that guy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I thought it was a pretty decent issue considering. You know what I mean? It's like you have Spider-Man out to the rescue, like that beautiful spread we just saw. And then you got the evil doers always going in there, try to get Brant and Ned Leeds, trying to get him clear so that way he don't go to jail anymore. So we already knew that story was gonna come back. So I guess we're back to cover that one.
Yeah.
I still don't know about the Living Brain, like off the annual when that came out. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I guess they're gonna cover it.
Yeah,
And of
man.
course, the one good thing is with Free Comic Book Day, so we get to know that we get to read a little something on Free Comic Book Day. They're not gonna show you too much, but
we don't have to pay for that crap. Like
yeah,
like that
or
jackpot.
will we pay for it? You know what I mean? Oh man, but yeah. So if I have to give it a grade, it wasn't terrible. It was decent. It's actually entertaining. I'll give it a 3.5. I thought that was a pretty decent, you know, you know, like it was enjoyable. You know, the art was
Hmm.
pretty good. I know, like you said, like it looked a little bit like they were too young on some of the panels, but they did a wonderful, like you said earlier, Goblin Queen. So she looked fantastic. The
Hmm.
return of her. So yeah, man, I kind of am. They made me want to look forward to what's gonna happen this Wednesday when it comes out. I don't know if I'm gonna get it this Wednesday. Usually, lately I've been doing it. I've been getting it on Fridays and stuff. But yeah, man. So yeah, what you graded? You probably agree with the grade 3.5, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I was definitely thinking 3.5.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. You know what I mean? So decent read. I get, like I always say, if you haven't been even digging the run, and you probably not gonna agree with that. But like us, we keep reading every issue. We try to judge every issue for the issue. I thought it was pretty decent. So 3.5 for that. Hey, so Amazing Spider-Man number 48. Next week we should be covering it unless something, unless life gets in the way. So I'll
Hmm.
probably most likely Sunday. But we'll see. Like I said, I'll try to let everybody know ahead of time, not last minute this time, because this was a last minute thing. Was decided last night that we were gonna do it. So station to that and station to Primetime Tom to covering that issue. And and stay tuned. Black Cat Jackpot, he's covering next. You know what I'm saying? Right? That what you said?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh man. Nick said, thanks for taking one for the team, reading ASM for us. You're welcome. I hope we made it exciting and stuff like
And
that.
next week we'll have an official live burning of this
Bernie.
book. No, just kidding.
I do like the cover though. That's a nice cover. Like I
I
said,
know that's
I
probably the
might
only
have to
reason.
go to Midtown or something like that. Like Phable Station, my man. You joined us a little
Station Phable.
earlier. I didn't want to interrupt you. I usually do that. Oh, and stuff like that. Who we go to Midtown and they throw it on sale. So I kind of do the same thing he's been doing. Like you put it down in the all the issues you like, you put it down for later, and then when they throw big sales, if it's still there, you buy it and stuff like that. I kind of been doing kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? Which and then I end up blaming him because he showed me how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Anybody else who joined? I didn't think anybody else joined. I think I say hi to Stu Station, man. I think I say hi, right, Stu?
Station.
Did I say hi? If you didn't, thanks for joining us, man. Oh man. So keep on keeping on. I'm here to cover the spectacular Spider-Man up in here.
Oh yeah.
Um, which it's a Pete and Miles team up that I I was excited about the team up because I like them together when they're teaming up. Because lately they've been showing them not getting along, Miles being a little about it, you know what I mean, lately and stuff like that. But they kind of like making them talk the way we really didn't. Does he really talk like that? You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was redeemed here. It was pretty well written um on him. And yeah, man, I'm gonna cover it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um
I like the
Live
cover.
burning of Jackpot. What are you gonna say, Tom?
Yeah, I do love the cover. In fact, I was gonna. Well, I guess I'll say it right now. It's not gonna affect my rating, but I was gonna say after the second and third reading of it, I actually enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's fun. It was a team up like this, if you don't take it too serious and just write a good team up, you know what I mean? Um, they end up being a lot of fun and stuff like they're bonding and stuff like that. We're gonna go through it right now. We'll
yeah.
ask. There's some questions in there. I'm like, really?
Hmm.
But to keep on keeping on, wait, let me see. I'm always trying to find a page where it says all the people. You know what I mean? I guess it says chapter one regulars. So the writer Greg Wiseman and of course my man Humberto Ramos back on a Spider-Man issue. which everybody knows how much I love Mr. Ramos. You know what I mean? Totally respect his art, and pretty excited. Strange Academy was always fun, especially him and Scotty Young and stuff like that. If he's not gonna be in it, um, they have I think a new series coming with them, and I'm just like, I don't even. I think it came out. I don't even know if I bought it. 'Cause I'm not digging it. Like it's just, I might give it a chance, but later on. But the Ramos is my boy, man. I love his art. But keep on keeping on as we go through the issue. Those are the artists. I usually go through everybody. Like of course, the anchor is Victor Azaba. I don't know where the Bala went, but Edgar Delgado, the colorist, and VC's Joe Caramanga as the letterer. So there you go. We try to give them some love too on these shows. You know what I'm saying? But of course, first page has Miles go. You said Pete's like I know. And Miles is like, you totally promised. And Pete's like, I know, I know. So I like the first page right away. You got the art. Love me some Ramos, man. And then in the next page you see they're in action already. And Miles is like, just a little weekly get together. You said nothing. Arachnobatic. There you go. I never said that out loud, but reading it sounds better. But when you try to read it out loud, arachnobatic about it. Oh, you said. And Pete's like, fine. So maybe things got a little bit acrobatic. And he's like, dude, things gotten thoroughly acrobatic. And Pete's like, I know. And then back to the next page where it says then, so they're going to the past. And here's Spider-Man's like, I'm talking like once a week kind of thing. You know what I mean? The Spider-Man and then Miles is like the Spider-Man of Manhattan teams up with the Spider-Man of Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And Pete's like, nah. It's not a team up thing. It's just we're gonna be Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and then Miles is like, I'm mild. He's like mildish, and then like of course Miles is like, so no crime fighting? And Pete's like, nah, man, we just gonna, no web slinging, no nothing. We're just gonna hang out like regular folks. You know what I'm saying? Shoot the breeze. You know what I'm saying? You tell me about your week, I tell you about mine. Kind of like a YouTube show, like we Tom does, And which apparently he disappears every show, every time I do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over there in Portland and gut you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So Pete's like prophylactic. I don't get it. and Miles is like, stop giggling, you child. And Pete's like, okay, I stop. Eventually. So he continues to see Miles act like the adult and then Pete being the kid. But you kind of do see that because Miles is the teenager still. He's like the trying to be serious kind of thing. And Pete's like, I'm still a kid at 30 or whatever age he's supposed to be here, late 20s. And Pete's Miles is like, anyway, yeah, we should do this after all. We have so much in common. And then Pete's like, yeah, we share something no one else in the planet shares. And Miles is like, right. I mean, unless you count Spider Woman or Cell and he's like, we could commiserate, celebrate us. You know what I'm saying? And then Pete's like, well, not that last one. You're underage and I don't drink. But we can compare notes, compare gulps. Seriously, if you use something in Brooklyn that really stings the opposition, um, no one knows if I'm repeating it. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, he's like, I know. And he's like, dude, when you've been equipped as long as I have, and believe me, it feels like I've been doing this for 60 years or something. Then you understand the need for the occasional borrowed quit page. You know what I mean? And he says, besides, got some classic zingers I could lend you. And I was like, okay. Maybe the point is this is exactly the kind of normal people friends do. You know what I mean? And I was like, they take the time to touch base once in a while. And of course, Pete's like every Wednesday at 4 p.m. So I guess they could go get their comic books. You know what I mean? Buy the comic, do comic things, and then they can read. You know what I mean? Because you never get too old for comic books, right? Right, Tom?
Oh yeah.
Where you go, man? We're
Grabbing
doing
my
a
show and
show
tell.
here. Oh, you. Anyway, Pete's like, and the best part, it's just a little weekly get together. A totally human thing for us to do. Nothing arachnophobia about it. And then they go to now. And he's like, Pete's like, my bad. And Miles like, fine, whatever. Meanwhile, the heck are we fighting? And he's like, the Jackal, one of the nastiest nemesis. And Miles like, dude, focus. And he's like, sorry. Thing is, he was never the hulked out. This hulked out before. Yeah, he kind of looks like he was never like that big. You know what I mean? He's kind of like brolic. You know what I mean? If he doesn't say the Jackal, I probably won't even know it was him. But meanwhile, in a court, which Tom, you're gonna have to like help me out once I finish this part because I don't remember this. But was this something I missed? But anyway, you got a cop saying, "Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?" We got a dude going, "No," and then the judge is like, "Sir, I will hold you in contempt." And he's like, "For what? Being honest?" I mean, I'm telling you straight up, I'm gonna lie, considering all these liars and perpetrators who testify here. You should find me Condor about lack of Condor refreshing. And she's like, well, that and he's like, yo, you haven't said anything. You're like, you're stuttering. And he's like, man, what a rush. And he's like that chilling and stuff. I'm like, if that really happened in the court, he got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the fight. So Pete's like, so what's the deal, Doc? You went on and added gorilla DNA to the genetic suit you've been slurping in, right? Rude. And of course, Jackal goes like, and he's like, rude. You know what I mean? And he says, well, that's how you're gonna behave. You just yank this mask off you. And of course, he doesn't have a mask. It's literally like he's trying to take his teeth out or something. And he goes rah, starts smashing stuff, and then smashes Pete through the building. And Miles is like, dude, I don't think that's a mask. And then they go back in the day, which this one confuses me a little too. But back in the day, where a younger Miles Morales, and of course Pete, which I didn't know they hung up back in the day. But again, this Miles is part of this part of the world now, not the ultimate world anymore. So that whole thing always confuses me. But
Mm-hmm.
keep on keeping on. Like they're walking, and so where should we hold this meeting on Wednesday? Okay. This is not too far behind in the back. Then scratch everything I just said. Um, this is on their meeting. So they start walking. They're going into a shop. The shop they usually go to, which the Coffee Bean. You know what I mean? Next to the ESU campus. And then he's like, Miles like, I like this. I like this. We go in, act cool, maybe meet up some cute college girls. He's like, you're too young and I'm too old. And Miles is like, come on, you could meet a cute grad student and I'm actually seeing someone, but a little flirt don't hurt. You know what I mean? Just a little flirt. I mean, Miles. And Pete's like, fine, we won't rule it out, but that's not why we're here. You never know. And then a dude in the counter, big dude, he's like, what can I help you with? And Pete's like, Kenny, I had my usual. And he's like, a medium ice half and half latte with a shot of espresso and a dash of cinnamon. And he's like, your name? He's like, Pete, Pete. And then Miles is like, yep, here you go. The lady goes, and he's like, thanks. And Pete's like, how do you? He goes, I use the app like a normal person. You know what I mean? The, it this is actually accurate. A lot of the younger folks will use the app. People like me end up, going and ordering and stuff like that. So my wife always like, I could just order it for you on the app, but keep on. It happens for real, man.
Hey, I'm 50 and I still use the app.
There you go. So so Pete's like, oh my man, that's no way to become a regular. You want them to recognize you when you walk through the door. The ultimate goal is for the to know your order and your name. And Peter Parker.
Peter.
And he's like, oh, Shashan. I guess this is before their date. Uh-huh. Wow, it's been a while. What are you doing here? And she's like, I have PT clients I see on campus every Wednesday. What about you? He's like, just having coffee with a friend, not Eugene. He's like, Flash? No, 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 no. Shai-Shan, this is my buddy, Miles Morales. He's thinking about applying here. Well, I'm thinking about applying, Miles says. And she goes, hello, Miles. He's like, hi. And someone goes, Pete, orders up. He's like, well, leave you to your books, but it's great to see you, Shai-Shan. You too, Peter. And Miles goes, friend of yours? She goes, friend slash acquaintance, an ex of an old pal. And he's like, small world, Miles says. And Pete's like, small and just a tad awkward. Awkward. You know what I'm saying? And then some other dude comes in. Is that Miles Morales? And Miles is like, Cedric, man, is that a small world? And then, of course, Pete's like, friend of yours? He's like, Peter Parker, this is Cedric Harrison. We grew up across the street from each other. And he's like, Cedric's like, homie, are you at ESU? He's like, not yet, but I'm definitely applying. And he's like, cool, man. Let me know how it goes. And Pete's like, so now you're definitely applying, huh, Miles? And then the lady in the stands, she's like, here you go, CED. And Miles is like, see, now that guy is a regular. Shelly, you're an angel. And when you're gonna dump King Khan over here and be my girl? So that's kind of messed up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The goon's pretty big, you know what I mean? And she's like, never, Seed. I love Kenny. And he's like, oh, well, I had to try. And she's like, did you though? No offense, big guy, he says, Cedric says. He says, none taken, bruh. I'm very secure in my lady's affections. And then he gives her a hug. Oh, cute little huggy. And then Cedric's like, what's this now? And it says, on the sign, it says, get paid to beta test. New, spectacular, sensational, amazing, ultimate, entertaining software. New experience required. So I guess they have to throw all the all the names of all the comic books that Spider-Man has been. He said, interesting. And of course, back to Miles and Pete. And Miles is like, I like this. I mean, Pete's like, I like this place. And Miles like, cool. Kind of like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So it's cool. That's probably what he did there. I guess Greg Weisman's Brooklyn Nine fan. But now it goes back to the now. And they're fighting the Checo again. Still fighting him. Pa boom, smash, through the wall. And all that. And Pete's like, wah! And it's like, I don't get it. Mindless distraction while never Miles thing. What the? And then Miles is like putting a whip in his mouth. And he's like, yo, that's my secret identity. What you doing, bro? Yelling out my name like that. He's like, no, the jackal is Miles. It's Miles Warren, Professor Miles Warren. And Miles is like, what? Your high school science teacher? Is that the jackal? And then goes back then. Which is part confusing. This is the part that confused. You got Miles Warren was in the cafe when they're talking about hanging out on Wednesdays. So I kind of like confused, like when they decide to hang out on Wednesday? Was that back then? Was that current? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll answer that a little later. But my man, not my man, nobody likes him. But Professor Warren is like, I pre-ordered a large coffee, black for Warren. And he's like, Professor Warren. Oh, I get it now. I remember what happened. See, I'd be forgetting. And I read this. Anyway, why Peter Parker? Lovely to see you, my boy. He's like, you too, sir. He's like, ah, Peter, I think you're a little too old to be calling me sir. He's like, of course, sir. And then Miles Morales, and he's like, Miles Morales, I'd like you to introduce you to the best high school science teacher ever. Nice to meet you, Miles. What is it? He's like, yes, sir. Nice to meet you, sir. And then Peter's like, are you teaching me now? Are you teaching here now? He's like, and Miles is like, the teacher Miles is like, Professor Miles, let me just call him. No, still, I'm in Midtown High. I'm just meeting a friend for coffee. And Pete's like, that's exactly why we're here. Great minds, huh? And then Miles is like, not sure getting coffee qualified as a great mind. And then here is Dr. Seymour. So Dr. Seymour pops in, whoever that is. He's like, me, I never want to see more Crips. And then Miles is like, you are such a child. Seymour is inventory, my brother's old lad. So he's on to so this guy's not Miles Warren. This is Miles Warren's brother. So now I'm trying to remember and understand that that's what that is. See, this is what
What?
happens. Maybe I should take notes. I should take notes before this, I guess.
And now I'm confused.
Anyway, yeah. Now we go back to now, and he says, "No, webbing a guy mouth over his mask is both ineffective and yucky." And then Pete's like, "But anyway, you met Professor Raymond Aaron Warren."
Oh.
So yeah, so like Miles is the creature, the jackal, and the other Miles is his brother. And he's like my high school teacher and a great guy. His younger brother, Dr. Miles Warren, is the jackal and a jerk. And he's like, although maybe not this jackal or this jerk. So why is the Warren brothers like Yakko and Wacko and Doc? Tiny, we're toony, we're all the little
Oh, little
loony.
loony.
Okay, let me back to the comic. Just as destructive, but for less amusing. Far less amusing. There you go. I'm messing up the reads. And then the next one, meanwhile, they got someone singing up, I am the man in the master plan. That's not what he
Yeah.
says, but I'm not
I
reading
don't
the whole.
understand that. It's one
What
of the
happened?
weirdest parts in this.
What happened?
I said, yeah, this whole section right here, I did not understand it at all. The opera guy. I was like, what?
Yeah, but he's singing out so many strangers on the street, you nearly everyone you meet. Stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not gonna say the whole thing, but after he finishes, everybody's clapping and says, bravo, yay, this guy's cool, he's good, encore, magnificent. And he's like, thank you, been waiting. This is my whole life. And then of course you see we go back to now and boom, right through the wall he goes. And he's like, Miles is like, so what should we call this other in public? What do you mean? Won't it get confusing if we're both Spider-Man? He's like, well, Forest Hills, if you want to get specific. And he's like, we could call each other the whole street name. You know what I mean? And he's like, but I don't think I'll do wonders for the secret identity. Because, one's from Brooklyn, one is from Queens. So you're like, oh, Queens Spider-Man. Hey, man, Spider-Man. I mean, Brooklyn Spider-Man. I don't even know that's going to work, But keep on keeping on. Pete's like, point taken. Well, how about you call me? And then you hear Jekyll go, oh, just do better, Pete. And he's like, I was overthinking. Miles says, I was overthinking things anyway. We could just call each other Spider-Man. Spider-Man. And as long as there's a third Spidey doesn't appear, well, it'll be fine. And he's like, well, what if I address myself as Spider-Man? And then Miles is like, well, just don't. No promises. Some of my all-time best conversations have been with myself. And then Pete's like, oh, man, if that is if that's a crazy joke, I don't even want to know. And of course, Pete's like, It's not. And then you see them wrapping around the jackal and keeping out. Meanwhile, you see a hotel Venice for Faith, and he's like, and someone's yelling, Janet, wait, Juliet, wait, I'm sorry, Janet, Juliet, and and out of nowhere, someone goes, Anna, what are you doing here? He's like, I came for you, of course, for me, but what is the dorm? What is the dorm? You never seem to even notice me. At the dorm, you never even to notice me. Wow, I can't do my reading today. And she's like, notice you've all I've been able to think about you, but I've had break up with Vicky before I dared approach you. What is it? What is it exactly? What did I do? And she's like, so now I can say it, Julia. I love you. Please tell me you feel the same. And she plants a big kiss. Well, it doesn't matter what I read here. I don't understand this one part. So I wonder if you understand it because I don't.
I wonder if the Ricky she's referring to is the guy that was in court.
Maybe, maybe. And she's like, are you happy, Juliet? She's like, happy is everything I've ever dreamed of. So I guess we're not supposed to know who these people are yet. You know what I mean? Because now I knew there was something in this book I was confused about, and that was the one. That was it right there. And then back to now. And then Pete's like in the ground. He's like, uh-oh. And then he's getting smashed, kind of like low key got smashed by the Hulk back and forth in the Avengers. And he's like, oh. And Spider-Man's like, oh. And then Miles Morales catches him, goes, I gotcha. He's like, dude, we've both been a little distracted, but it's time to be serious about this guy. Miles says, and it goes back to then. This keeps going back and forth, and this whole thing. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. It's the dialogue between him and the big guy. Trying to get his. It was kind of funny.
It is funny.
I mean? Yeah, he was trying to get the order right, and they kept messing it up. And it was the name, that. Oh, chai with cinnamon. Remember, espresso with cinnamon, stuff like that. It was kind of funny if you read it. And I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but it was pretty funny. And then Pete finally he gets it right. Pete tastes it. He's loving it. He's like, "That's it. We did it. I'm a regular." He's trying to become a regular in the store. You know what I mean? And they finally got it done. And then Miles is like, "And it only took 12 weeks." Pete's like, "Quiet, you." So that's when they saw my man Jackal running through. And Pete's like, but my latte. And Miles is like, you always have Kenny. Come on. He's like, fine. So maybe things have gotten a little arachnobotic. So that's after the conversation from the beginning of the book. Now we go back to the present. And there's more going on. And Miles is like, it's a question. And he's like, of leverage. Pete's like, and they're working together to try to stop this guy. But he keeps busting through their web. And then they keep on keeping on way through. So all the action is happening there while they still try to wrap him up. More wrapping up, more sounding. Pum. And out of nowhere, he gets wrapped up. And then, Spidey, they finally tangled him. They finally stopped him. A lot of webbings later. And Pete's like, Jackal Hulk. We call him Jackal Hulk now. He may be strong enough to web shred, but with no purchase, no leverage, he can tug all he wants, which Miles says. And those webs won't shred, says Pete. And Miles says, they just stretched. And then Pete's like, and Pete and Miles is like, are we finished? Are we finishing each other's sentences? Dude, we are so insane. I was ready to go. Are we best friends? You know what I'm saying? Just like the movie. But Pete's like, Jinx, you owe me a medium ice half and half latte with a shot of espresso and a dash of cinnamon. That's pretty much what him and the other guy was trying to get together. And then Miles is like, "You are such a child." So he continues to call him a child, and of course later, while the police is collecting the jackal and stuff like that, he's like, "Well, he's tranquilized and bonded for the raft." And Pete's like, "Yeah, that's where he's going, but where did he come from?" And then you see a lab. They go into the lab there, and the guy's like, "I don't even know this section of the laboratory exists. But when I turned on the power in the main lab, it must have awakened the creature." And of course, that's the guy from earlier. And of course, the Warren guy, uh, Miles Warren's brother. He's like, "And my brother's latest abomination was unleashed on the world. At least no one was hurt, thanks to you both." And Miles is like, hold that thought. And you see a whole bunch of debris in the hand and everything crushed. He's like, "Cause someone was hurt. Someone was definitely hurt." And then Miles is like, "We should have known." And Pete's like, "Guys like us don't get to just have something normal as humans in our lives. Eventually, things are always gonna get arachnobatic." Miles says. And Pete's like, "By the way, you came up with arachnobatic." No, Miles said that. And then Pete's like, "Yeah, you did. Yeah, you like?" He's like, "Totally spiderific." And then Pete's like, "You did not just say that." And Miles like, "I know, I regretted it instantly when I said it." And then some dude in the side, in the bottom, he's like, "Hey, I saw your ad, and I love to get paid to have fun." And then, and of course, next, what lies beneath? So now we gotta see what lies beneath it. You know what I mean? And da da da. That's it. Issue number 2, which comes out this Wednesday. So, boom. Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. Finally got it. Finally got it going. So my man, Tom, what you think of this issue?
Well, the first time I read
Okay.
it, I was kind of like, yeah, I know this is kind of goofy and kind of cheesy, but kind of fun. And then, like I said, I read it 2 more times, and I was like, yeah, this actually isn't so bad after all. It's kind of cool to see, those Spider-Men kind of, doing their quips back and forth and hanging out. What do you say?
No, go ahead. Keep doing your thing. I'm just
I was just trying to
looking
read
at.
comments.
I'll do
But
that
yeah,
part. Come on, Tom. Talk.
yeah, I actually liked it. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what issue 2 has.
Yeah. Like you said, the first time we read it, I liked it. The second time, I liked it more. Even though like I read it and still got confused, and we kind of figured it out together on here.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta like read it out loud. I guess. I guess that does work. Right? That's what my teacher used to say. Just read it out loud. I'm not reading it out loud. You're lying. So there you go. I read it out loud. I understood it a little better. But yeah. So yeah. So what grade you gave it? You gave it a grade?
um, I'm gonna say, well, I want to give it, kind of want to give it a 4, just a straight up 4, but I think I might give it just a 3.5.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm the same place. 3.5. It was a fun read. It was exciting. Some of the actions. There's a couple of question marks, like we said. Like we don't know who this lady is. Who dumped their guy. We saw the person in the court. I think you're on point with had something to do with that guy, but we have no idea. And we got someone in the opera singing and stuff. So this is a lot of stuff that I guess was put here on purpose so we could figure it out. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this page with the 2 ladies kissing, and I'm just like, was I supposed to know who these people are? And maybe we should. Maybe we just forgot. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I thought it was funny enough for a 3.5. If you're a Spider-Man fan, and you love Pete or Miles, it's another
Mm-hmm.
adventure you can read with both of them, and the banter between both of them, and Miles actually being the adult of the two.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny. I think that's kind of accurate because, like I said earlier, Miles is the teenager. Like I'm big now, I'm a big boy now. I'm a big kid now. You know what I'm saying? And Pete's like he's always a kid, so kind of like me, always a kid. So so I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, man. So next week we're not covering this one, but I guess you agree with me. We're gonna cover this one from now on because it's pretty fun issue to cover. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So like,
I just picked up issue 2. So
there you go. There you go. I forgot. It came out last week, not this week, which is kind of funny because it's part of my pull. But keep on keeping on. So there you go, guys. So we pretty much averaged 3.5. Um, but for excitement, you know what I mean, and all that, we're calculated to 3.69, dude, just because we want to. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, but Billy the Power Max Station, my man, Station. He said he heard he's on fire with those impersonations. I try, man. I don't know. I know sound effects. Nick was digging. Um, oh man, that's why I was putting up greetings from the forest. There's Phil Station. Phil, thanks for joining, man. Um, and Faye was like, Herman's gonna take over, Brother Joe. Nah, Brother Joe's one of the kind. Brother Joe.
Brother Joe.
Brother Joe's
You're
special.
American hero.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. But you guys know what it's time for. And I guess my man Tom's gonna go first. So I just did an issue. But you guys know you love it. You guys know you gotta have it. It's my favorite part of the day, where we get to enjoy ourselves with that. Hold on. I need to take a sip. That show and tell. That beautiful sight. So my man, I guess you're going first. So I'll give you the solo act for your show and tell. What you got for us this week?
Yeah. Well, I got some pickups. I got Ghost Rider issue 2 Final Vengeance.
Nice.
I haven't actually
Hell yeah.
I haven't read the first issue yet either, so I was just specking the covers, so
Specking, bro?
yeah. And then the facsimile for ASM 255.
Yeah, nice. It's cool that they're coming out with those.
Yeah. What if Venom 3 looks like Venom Strange?
That is a hot cover. I didn't get it, but it's looking like I might get that in the future. If they still around.
Invincible Iron Man 17.
Are you reading that? That whole
I've gotten backlogged with it. So,
no, not you.
I don't know what's going on. And then Army of Darkness Forever.
Oh, there you go. Army of Darkness. We know who loves that in the chats.
And I think I might have picked these up not because Dynamite is like representing Bueller, but I love Garbage Pail Kids, and I'm pretty sure I think Bueller does as well, but they got the Trashing Through Time, and they each come with like a special
Nice.
GPK card.
I wish I still had my Garbage Pail Kids cards.
Some pretty cool.
Yeah, those are cool, man.
This one too is really, really cool on the electric chair. It's I forget the dude's name. Nasty Nick, I think. And then one last one for that.
Sweet.
So I got those, but wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
This one is for Phable. I blame Phable for this.
Uh-oh.
But
There it happens again.
Gnarl.
Yeah, nice. I still didn't get mine. I'm jealous. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. And then probably the best birthday present a friend of mine got me was a total surprise,
Jackpot.
but it's the famous meme.
Yeah, you showed me that back chat, man. That was so nice.
And then
You did it. No, you. No, you. You
No, you
Spider-Man.
did.
No, you.
and of
You look like
course,
me.
I've been wanting to get this one forever, but
Ah, nice.
Blacklight Spidey.
Black Light Spidey.
And then when I was at Target, I was like, well, there's another Blacklight, so why not get Blacklight
Ah,
Deadpool?
Black Light Deadpool. Nice.
And while I'm thinking about it, decided to pick this up. The Epic
Ghost of the Past.
Collection. Yeah.
What issues are those?
Let's see. Covers ASM 259 to 272.
Mm-hmm.
Web
Sweet.
of Spidey 1 and 6, I think.
Yeah, it's the heart of that whole storyline. Like, yeah, the black suit.
And then trying to think of what else I picked up. Oh yeah, I picked up the Avengers Twilight, but my shop only had, I think, issues 1, 2, 3, and 5 or something. So I'm waiting on the reprint for 4, but I heard it was excellent. So
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think I've read the first 3 issues and excellent. Just everything they say how good it is really good.
oh,
You know what
good.
I mean?
And it's got the really cool Alex Ross covers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got them all. I had to. Especially they were like how good it was and stuff. I backlogged it for a while and I ended up reading it not too long ago. I just had to read number 4. Because 4 came out with Thor on the cover.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, obviously you know Thor. He came out in the end of 3. Which of course Miss Marvel came out the end of 2, I think, ends up in the 3rd one. So like Steve Rogers trying to get the band back together. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's of course the future and this big thing happened and all that and like a big battle happened and a lot of heroes died and stuff and everything. But obviously, trying to get the Red Skull popular and Captain America wasn't having it. He didn't have the serum anymore, but then he went out and got the serum back. I know I did a little bit of spoilers on it, but by now you probably heard all that happen. But
Yep.
that's just part of what happened. Like you got to go back and read. Well, it's really good. It's really good. So anybody who Chip Zdarsky is the freaking man. So one of my
Mm.
favorite writers. So
Oh
Chip
yeah.
is the man. So I guess I give myself the solo. I guess that was you were done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess when I don't have any all my stuff that I wanted to show is at the house. So I guess next time I'll show it. But I did bring my pool with me, and now I try to just anywhere between 8 to 12 books is the range I get. I think one week I had like last month I had 18 that week. It was crazy, but which that used to be normal. How crazy is that? But we just talked about the Spectacular Spider-Man #2. You showed the variant. I got the A cover. I mean, like it
Nice.
comes out. It came out this week. We won't cover it next week, but I guess the next time, the next Amazing Spider-Man, I guess 49 that comes out, we'll cover that one that day. So, Amazing Spider-Man Spectacular Spider-Man #2, and then of course we were just talking about it, and here's book 5, Avengers Twilight
Mm.
#5. With Hawkeye in the cover. So I guess he's gonna join. I guess he's probably gonna show up at the end of the 4, which I haven't read, and end up with this one. I guess that's like the whole thing. Maybe that doesn't happen, but all the Alex Ross covers are pretty cool, man. I love it. I love it. And then of course we just talk about Miles Morales, #19. This is Legacy number 301 now. So I think I read 300. I thought it was pretty good. I love this run. You know what I mean? Cody Ziegler is doing a spectacular job on this run. So I always gotta get me some miles, and of course, I read the first issue. I had to read the second issue, but I thought the first one was pretty good. Ultimate Black Panther number
Hmm.
3. I enjoyed the first issue. There's some people be like, "Oh, it's better than the Ultimate Spider-Man." I don't think it was better than Ultimate Spider-Man, but it was really good. It was really good. So I gotta go back and read number 2, and then of course this is number 3. So good series right here. And they say there's no good Marvel series. I just show you some good ones right there. You know what I mean? Even though ASM, everybody said that's bad, but we love it here at the Big Herm Collectibles, right? Keep on keeping on. I'm going to the Indies with my man Cobra Commander right here with the Nemesis Enforcer behind him. I'm trying to get him. You know what I mean? From
Ooh.
Cobra La, Cobra La 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 La. And I'm digging this. All of them are so damn good. I am caught up with of the uh all of the Transformers and the GI Joe and Duke and Cobra Commander. Uh, totally caught up with. I can't find the name right now, but um, love me the series. This series is really good. The Duke one is really good. Probably my favorite one of the series. The Transformer ones didn't miss a beat even without Danny Warren Johnson in the art anymore. It was still really good, and the art of that one was, you know, it's right there, man. It's right there. So great series. Of course, keep on keeping on with number 87 of AMC's The Walking Dead. And
Hmm.
I have been reading this. This is one of the ones I'm starting to catch up with because I said I gotta start reading this. I'm up to issue number 40 of this one. And I love Robert Kirkman. He's probably one of my favorite writers right now, currently. And Robert Kirkman is the man. I know he did this a while ago, but it's really good. The series is really good. I'm digging it, and I'm kind of getting myself confused with what happened in the show because I'm the opposite. Some people read it, and then they watch the show and they're like, "Oh my god, that didn't happen," or "This guy didn't die," or "That guy died already." And there's some people that died in here that died in the show real fast, and then the opposite. Some people die in the show real fast, and they're still in here. So at least where I'm up to. But then again, you don't know the timeline of the comic and the show, so I'm enjoying the heck out of The Walking Dead, and I can't wait to catch up. I'll probably in a couple of weeks be all caught up, and by the time these come out, I could read them right there in color. And the next series of which I have a much more comics to read is Spawn number 352. You know what I mean? Todd McFarlane's not writing it no more. You know what I mean? It's McConneville and Booth. Todd I think is in the King Spawn one, but always love me some Spawn. That's it with the indies. Sorry guys, no other new indie guys and all that. I leave that to my other bros. If they always cover those issues, and like I said, their links are down below when you guys check those guys out. Cause if you want indies, you want new ones, you go to them. They're the gurus of it. I gotta save some a little money, so I'm just reading the ones I like for now until I start picking up some new ones. But Nightwing, you're going to DC. I love that little the action kind of in the Nightwing, and this is Legacy number 300. So this is 113, but it's Legacy number 300, and I'm glad it's a regular 4.99 issue.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird where issues are 3.99, but a lot of these have become 4.99. They put an extra story in it, and then the card stops $1 more. Um, but still one of my favorite Taylor, Tom Taylor. Still one of my favorite DC, not the favorite DC. I love me some Nightwing. I think he's doing fantastic with that book. Keep on keeping on. One of our guys' favorite writers, Teeny Howard. Oh no, they're gonna throw tomatoes at me now. Catwoman, which I'm like 10 issues behind Catwoman. I don't think so. I think I caught up last time. Might be 4 or 5 issues behind. But I'm thinking Tini Howard's Catwoman. I think it's been her best work out of everything she does, which probably not saying much because a lot of people are like probably not saying much. But Catwoman, love me some Catwoman. Number 64. She's still going. Teeny Horror in it. She's good with it. Not teeny. Oh, Bobby De La Ghetto Hardcore Station. So love me some love me some Catwoman. And I'll keep on keeping on. This is
Got a
another
hairball.
time. What happened?
I said Herm's got a hairball.
Hairball. Let me take another sip of my, Rangers cup. You know what I'm saying? I gotta represent. They play in another hour playoff. But keep on keeping on. I should have put this with the other Tom Taylor, but Titans number 10. I'm digging the Titan stuff and all that. So I think it's been pretty good. I am like 5-6 issues behind it, but I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna get caught up with that too. But let me some Tom Taylor, and I dug the first 5 issues that I read from it. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on with that one. This is another one. I'm almost all caught up with this one, the Tom King's Wonder Woman. I'm digging Tom King's Wonder Woman. I like it from the beginning. I think it's pretty dang good. And she's holding her own rope there. I keep forgetting the name of the rope, but I wonder what's happening. You know what I mean? I keep hearing. I haven't read 7. I read 1 through 6 actually. Doug, I haven't read 7 yet. I heard that one wasn't as good, but Tom King, very controversial name. Either you really love it or you don't, or some series you love, some series you don't. But I love his writing and stuff like that, and I've been loving Wonder Woman. It's been pretty good. And last but not least, Joshua Williamson is one of the writers that I do love a lot too. But I haven't reading Superman, but I still get him. In Superman 13, I'll be honest. I kind of like stopped for a while, and then I started reading it again, and then I stopped again. So I'll have to binge read the Superman issues. But I'm pretty sure Joshua Williamson, who the Batman and Robin, I am caught up with. I am enjoying that one. It's one of the only DC ones I'm completely caught up with. Other than Nightwing and the other ones, which I'm actually 2 issues behind that one. But let me show Superman. So that's my pull. That's my show and tell. Like I said, I got more stuff to show in the future show. A few little things. Of course, the throw your sets up. The Bambi. I was gonna show that here too, but the pop figures and stuff that I showed. That's a big part of my childhood. Like I said on the thing. My first VHS of Disney, where I put it actually in this room as a little kid in my VCR, was that Bambi that I borrowed from my aunt. And I probably burnt it out, you know what I mean, by the time she took it back. But because my first actual Disney movie that I probably saw as a kid, I don't remember as much, that I loved a lot, was Cinderella. So but as you know, they always put those movies in the vault, and then you never see them for another 10 years. Till now. Now you could go on the Disney app and you can see them all. So like somewhere around, a lot of people my age are like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? But out of Disney fans. But guys, thank you so much. Next week, if things work out, we're gonna cover. We already did that one. We're gonna cover ASM 48 and Ultimate Spider-Man number 4, which has been fantastic. I've been loving it. Me and Tom gonna have a fight to see who covers that one probably. And anything else you want to say, Tom, before we out?
No, I just want to say, thank you for everybody tuning in, and we appreciate it. I know Herm does for sure.
Hell yeah.
As always, Herm, it's a blast.
Yes. Yes.
And,
Our silliness. And of course, again, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Primetime Tom. Happy birthday to you.
And don't forget, next week we're gonna have a burning. Not this cover, of course, because this cover is beautiful. But we'll have Herm review and then burn his copy once he gets it.
Never happening. I'm not gonna never say never. I might pick it up one day, but we'll see what happens. But
and we forgot to, Herm was gonna get me a cake in the shape of Rogue's cake, but unfortunately they all sold out.
A cake the first cover jackpot right on there. Boom, placed it right.
No.
No, no. I thought you wanted one of those takes. All right, man. Station guys, have a great week. Summer is upon us. It's coming. So much love to all y'all. You know what I mean? Thanks for joining us. All the people that did join us, either here live or on the rewind. Of course, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding, ding, ding that bell for notification. And see you hopefully next week. Station! Woo! Peace
Station!
out. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's like my version of Fable's song that I'm trying to put on here. I'm not doing as good as the time. I'm gonna do Station!
Station. Peace.